And then just about my auto loan, clearly because I'm still waiting to close on the house, they, no changes in your credit and things like that. So I'm not refinancing my auto loan now.
Mm-hmm.
But a plan that I was going to do after I moved into the home, after I closed, was to refinance because my car payment is ridiculous. And I know that I can lower it at least by maybe $300 after I purchase the home.
Right.
Is that something that you advise, or just keep the current payment and just pay more?
Now talking about a couple of things. Is it ridiculous because you just don't like the size of the payment, or is it ridiculous because it's straining your budget?
Both.
Okay. Well, listen.
I'm rolling a lot of negative equity. So yeah, it's like a $700 car payment. It's ridiculous.
So here's the thing. If it's straining your budget, all right, one of the things that strains our budget on a car loan is because we have listened to what the gurus have told us, and we're getting that car payment to save money. We try to squeeze it into the smallest term possible. We try to get it for 5 years or 6 years so we can save interest on the overall loan. So what is the term on that car loan right now?
I think it's a 5 year.
5 year. Okay. So if we can get it for a 6 year or 7 years, okay, even 8 years. So the longer the term, the better we are, because it makes it easier for us to accelerate the payoff on the car. We can pay it off faster and easier with a smaller payment. So in this case, what you would want to do if you were using the P.I.L.L method so that we wouldn't strain the budget, go ahead and see about getting it refinanced and get it for the longest term possible. Put it in the P.I.L.L method and then pay it off maybe 2 or 3 years early or more. How's that sound?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was going to throw a lot of money at it during COVID. I moved back in with my parents, which is how I'm able to do all of this.
Okay.
And so I was going to just throw all of my available money at the car payment. My mom was like, no, save it for the house, refinance later. I don't know if that was great or not, but.
Well, you see, here's what you need to do. When you're paying off a loan, if all of your loans were 0% interest, is there any benefit to you to pay the loan off early if all your loans are at 0%?
No.
Okay, so you want to find out which loan is actually costing you more and apply your money there, because now you're controlling the interest cost on the loan, not looking at the interest rate on the loan. Because you could have a low interest rate and have a high interest cost because you have a high principal balance. You can have a high interest rate on a loan, but a low interest cost because the amount of money that you owe on that particular loan is a lot smaller. Don't look at the interest rate. Always look at the interest cost. And if you have several loans, then it makes it a lot easier if you just plug everything into a computer. Let the computer help you to make a decision. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do the math. It tells you how much money to move, what month to move it in, what day of the month to move it on, and how much interest you're going to save each and every time. When you are dealing with your loans, this is for everybody that's listening. When you're dealing with your loans, you want to see how you can pay the loans off cheap, not how you can pay the loans off fast, because the interest cost is what's keeping you in debt forever. Let's manage the interest cost. By paying the least amount of interest you possibly can, you have more money available that can actually do what you need it to do, and that's to pay down the loan. Right now, our money is going to the banks. We're in the money matrix. And if you're familiar with the Matrix movie, then they were taking human beings and turning them into literal batteries. In the money matrix, okay, the financial institutions are turning us into interest-generating machines for our entire lives. So to stop that, that's why we're here. To get us off that hamster wheel, we're interest-generating machines forever, all right? And take that money, that our wealth is being siphoned off through interest, stop that, take the interest savings, and then invest that money to turn it into generational wealth. Stop spending your children's inheritance on interest and invest it in their future.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
is I'm going to go through the P.I.L. method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.